Welcome Pisces to the weekly love reading for singles from the 1st to the 7th of March. Now Pisces, I have already pre-shuffled your cards. I am ready to go. Before I get into your reading, obviously for my regular subscribers, this is not my usual gig. It's not my usual setup. I am currently away, so I'm filming this from a beachy location, but thank you for being understanding. I didn't want to delay in getting these readings out to you so you can get the messages, okay? Before we get stuck into the reading, I've pre-shuffled your cards. Obviously, I'm ready to go. There is some really heavy energy around for your sign at the moment, okay? We've got Mercury going retrograde in your sign. So it's not the best time for you at all to start something new, okay? This is going to be a period for you where you're going to reflect on the past and where you've come from and do some inner healing so that you can move forward, okay? It's happening on the 5th or the 6th of March, depending on where you're located in the world. And at the same time, you have the new moon in Pisces. Normally, this would be the time I'd say to you, you know, it's your new moon. Go for gold. Go take advantage of it. But in this instance, I feel like pause, reflection, rest, rejuvenation is all what's called for right now, okay? Mercury rules both communication, travel, electronics, and it's just not the very best time to purchase anything that's electronic or to travel, like expect delays, okay? So again, if you can't avoid that, then go forward and start it, right? If you need a new job, if you want to start a new relationship, do it. Just bear in mind that it will probably have like a 6-month shelf life before it'll drop off again. Okay, but let's get stuck into your reading. As you come into this time period, Pisces, this is for Pisces singles from the 1st to the 7th of March, you have the 9 of Swords. This is my anxiety card, okay? And what's interesting is you have the Queen of Cups underneath it, Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces. I think this is you being anxious. What are you anxious about, okay? What are you stressing about? What are you worrying about? Because the truth is you're always supported, okay? Everything's always going to work out in the end. Everything's going to work out for your highest good and your highest power. There's only ever 2 choices when it comes to life. There's love or there's fear. And you can live in either or, right? When you live in a place of fear or anxiety, right? Look at this card. Look at how exhausting that looks. It's A, exhausting, but B, you miss out on all the valuable, cute little intricacies and things that are coming up for you in the present, okay? You miss out on certain things that are meant to come for you that the universe is trying to bring to you in terms of flow. And, you know, I say universe, but you guys know it's whatever you believe in, whatever your religion is, but you miss out because you're in this headspace of nothing ever works for me or a fearful base place. When you come from a place of love, of harmony, of reciprocity, of giving, then you're much more balanced, right? So whatever little niggles and bumps in the way, you go, you know, is it really a big deal? Like I spilt my milk all over, you know, my homework or my study work. Does it really matter? No, I'll just tell them tomorrow that I did it. Is it going to matter? Is it life or death? And, you know, I've been victim of this myself. And when you catch yourself kind of having that conversation and that mental chatter, and it's going to come up for you a lot in the next few weeks, I want you to catch yourself and go, is it really that big of a deal that I've thought about it 10 times? Do you know what I mean? Like, really? Did I really need to think about that 10 times? Yes, no. No, it's not. Okay, what am I going to do about it? Can I change it? No, I spilt the milk. The milk's already spilt. All right, whatever. Get over it. Move on. If it's bigger than that, right, I'm using like a very basic example, but let's say it's something that's bigger that does actually affect you emotionally, then my rule of thumb is I give myself 24 hours to bitch, moan, and be upset about it. And then after that 24 hours, it's like, all right, let it go now, move on. And that's a nice way that you can close that psychological loop of repetitive behavior that can cause anxiety, insomnia, and sleepless nights, okay? Obviously, it's not going to work with everything. We're talking about menial things when it comes to life. I'm certainly not referring to grief and letting go of someone like that. We're talking about bigger things, okay? Now, in terms of love, you start off this week with the 2, or this weekend with the 2 of Swords coupled with the Tower. So this for me is like needing to make a choice and having a sudden realization. Something sudden comes out of nowhere. You know, it's quite interesting because at the base of this, you've got the 4 of Pentacles. Maybe it's something to do with money, okay? This talks about holding onto your money so tightly. Fear-based stuff again, right? Oh, I can't spend that because I'm going to run out. I'm going to do this. When you do that, what you actually put out to the universe is you detract from money coming into you. When you go, I've got more than enough, and you say positive, affirmative words, I've got more than enough, the universe always provides. What happens? The universe provides. You'll get free stuff coming your way. Now, Now, look, it's easy for me to say that. I know I'm the other end of the camera, but just try changing your mindset and being a little bit more positive, okay? Two of Swords speaks about needing to make a choice when it comes to something that's quite sudden. Maybe you get a piece of information that's quite sudden. It's like, oh, what do I do? Where do I go? How do I handle this? Okay. The Two of Swords for me is a card of you already know the answer, right? It's illustrated perfectly on this card. You see, it's like pulling away the outer body because the inner body, the intuitiveness that makes you amazing, Pisces, already knows which way to go forward. What's interesting is that as you get to like the next week, Monday and the week going on, you have the Three of Cups coupled with the Seven of Wands. So Three of Cups speaks about having a good time, celebrating. Maybe you did that on the weekend. Maybe you let go and relax just a little bit. Hopefully you take my advice. It's coupled with the Seven of Wands though. So it's almost like this could be three as a crowd and you're needing to defend yourself. Maybe when that comes to love, maybe you have a choice between two lovers as a single and there's lots of people around you. Because at the base of this, I do have the King of Cups, Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces. And you remember I had the Queen of Cups that had come up here. So I do have a couple, I do have a pair. If I haven't mentioned it already in this reading, Mercury retrograde is a fantastic time for lovers to rear their ugly heads, to pop back up and be like, oh, hey, hey, Pisces, how are you going? And that could be what's kind of having you in this limbo or this land of indecision. It's kind of like, oh, where did you come from? You know, am I going to look at my past or am I going to look at my future? Well, you're going to do neither. You're going to stay in the present, Pisces, and everything that's meant to be will be. Now, in terms of signs, I do have a Scorpio. I mentioned that before in terms of, you know, Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces, but I have the Scorpio card coming up. I also have a Gemini, okay, that's represented by the Lovers. But I feel like this speaks about harmony. So after you get through this new moon's still going to be a beautiful new moon for you, okay? It's just not going to be about manifesting. It's going to be about reflecting on the past so that you can move forward with new revitalized energy. At the heart of your reading, you have the Page of Pentacles or the Princess of Pentacles. So the pages for me are all messages. So it's a message coming in about money. Maybe it's a job opportunity. I don't see it being a promotion or something coming in. Maybe it's something you're trying to get off the ground. Maybe it's just a seedling of thought as illustrated in this card, right? She's birthing something new here and it's trying to create and build, but maybe it's not quite ready to be birthed yet. So it's a card of just needing to hang tight for the right moment. As I said, if you can hold off till April, the energies around in terms of astrology will far be greater for you. But the Lovers for me is also in traditional tarot back, you know, when it was first created, this card was called Choice, the card of choice. And this represents you needing to make a choice. And I really feel like it's between your past and your future. And what I would say to that is just try and sit with the opportunities of both. Try and sit with how does it feel like if I go down this path, or maybe go back to that person from my past, and how does it feel like if I go towards my future and maybe do it alone and continue doing it alone until I find the right partner for me. No one can give you that answer, okay? I as a tarot reader can't give you that answer. No one can give you the answer, only you can go within. But I feel like once you do that or give yourself the space to do that, then you are going to attract new love, because this is divinely guided unions. Whew, interesting. It's an intense week. Can I have some additional guidance for Pisces, please, when it comes to love from the 1st to the 7th of March? Just one card, please, Eddie. Pisces in love. Thank you so much. You got the card of love. Boom. Boom chakalaka. So that is the Lovers on the Lovers. Can you believe that shit? You saw me shuffle. Capricorn got the same card, so that's really kind of cool. And maybe at Capricorn's one of the choices in your life. Okay, so let me read this for you. Major Arcana, the card of Gemini again. Love. Radiate, relate, choose, harmonize, romance, creativity, and reconciliation, right? This is the person that could be coming back from your past. But just because they come back doesn't mean that they come back to get back together. It could just mean that they come back so you can actually make amends and then move forward, okay? Take some time to examine your relationship with others as well as with yourself. Are you coming from a place of love? It's important to empathize, remain non-judgmental, and love people for who they are. The same applies to your relationship with yourself. There's an opportunity now to bring into your being a harmonious whole. Forgive your faults and rejoice in your perfect uniqueness. It may also be time to examine the choices you make regarding matters of the heart. Are you choosing to have people in your life who support you and empower you? Surround yourself only with those who encourage and sustain you and who push you or guide you to be all that you truly can be. This will help you value yourself and raise your vibration to that of unconditional love. There may also be an opportunity for a new romance or improving existing romance or healing a disharmonious relationship. Seize this energy and take action. If you're looking for a new romance, make yourself available and be open. See it and feel it in your life right now. This will raise your vibration and attract that new love to you. If you're looking to improve an existing romance, then maybe it's time to be creative. A weekend getaway, a romantic dinner, or simply telling the person how much you love and appreciate them. To heal a disharmonious relationship, open a dialogue. Let the person know that you value the relationship and want to improve it. Wow, Pisces, that was a phenomenal reading. I can't believe you've got the lovers on the lovers. Couldn't be a clearer message than that. I hope you found this reading helpful. It was a pleasure doing it for you as always. I wish you the best week ahead. And if you did like the reading, please hit the thumbs up. It helps the channel more than you know. I'll be back with you next week. Take care.